Yo guys, I think I'm gonna start outsourcing these intro jokes because I've got nothing. Maybe I'm a joke. Hello strangers I may meet one day and may not, and that's fine. How are you? My name is Yogev and welcome back to episode 67 of Time Consuming. This week we have The Sky is Red by Leprous, and according to the temperature outside, that's very believable. Jeez, it's so hot. Oh, and of course, remember, if you like these videos, prove it. Subscribe, share, like, or join this amazing group of elite, thoughtful humans, and join my Patreon at patreon.com/Yogev Gabay. The help and support I get from these people goes such a long way and really does make a difference, so thank each and every one of you. You're epic. So, The Sky is Red. By the way, if you know what that means in Lord of the Rings, comment below. Or was it the sun? I think it was the sun.
A red sun rises.
Never mind. This song starts off and is actually led by a rhythmic cycle in 11. In fact, the whole song is in 11, driven by a few simple yet very well-crafted themes. Each one of these 11 beats is divided into 4 smaller beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anyway, we start off with a halftime sounding groove in 11 that looks like this. We have a snare accent on beats 3, 7, and 11. These beats give us the laid-back halftime vibe. We have kick drums and later on the bass joins playing on beat 1, and 2 more very fast pairs here and here. The hi-hat and the ghost notes on the snare fill up the dead spaces between and give this whole thing a dense, spastic flow. The way this groove is organized, I feel this 11 as 4, 4, and 3, or even a big 4 and a small 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. And even though we do have a strong backbeat feel to start with, it does eventually get shortened to fit the frame. Great, now on top of that, the guitar is playing a different pattern where all smaller beats are played with an accented melody like this. But please just move those hi-hat things you put there. That was a terrible idea. Why did you do that? Thanks. Thank you. This mini melody is 12 smaller beats in total, which means we can count it as 3 main beats. We have 3 reps of that, plus a smaller 2-beat version. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So the guitars are grouping the 11 as 3, 3, 3, and 2. Over the bass and drums, grouping it into 4, 4, and 3. The interplay is pretty awesome. By the way, both of these versions occupy 1 cycle of the 11, and they both restart once the 11th cycle restarts. And I like the fact that even though we're in an odd time signature, we still have that contrasting groovy halftime feel. But the plot thickens.
And the plot thickens!
Once the second verse hits, drummer and freaking legend Bard Kolstad takes the snare hits and kinda forgets that we're in 11. He takes the backbeat feel very seriously and really commits to it, playing the snare pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, without cutting it, like ever. This move takes 4 cycles of 11 to resolve and sounds pretty damn sweet. A similar thing happens with the hi-hat and the china or crash, but I'll let you guys find it because now we need to discuss the outro. That 5-minute outro. Yep. It starts with a very spaced out 5-note melody. And the fact that most instruments drop out, and the fact that this melody is very, very slow, means that we can easily lose context and just perceive this as a floating melody with no specific time. But the plot thickens again. This melody is also in 11, though it's not as easy to detect. This is how the groove looks like, and without context, it doesn't make too much sense, but if I add a very annoying, vibe-killing click track, you'll get the point. Now, when Mr. You should quit playing drums because I'm way better than all of you, Bard Kolstad joins, he accents the melody on the toms with an added hi-hat. But instead of playing it on every main beat of the 11, like this, he chose a slower pattern of every second main beat, like this. But that's not the coolest thing yet. In his drum playthrough, in the very last repeat of this never-ending outro, he hints at an even slower 11 pattern with the crash, every 4 main beats. And this pattern, if was actually fully executed, would lead to an even nastier headbang that I'm not sure we can even handle. Check this out. I'm sure he knew that we'd collapse into a black hole if he actually played this, so he spared us. Thanks, man. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you